Mad bus driver here. Brothers and the ladies and the haters that are most definitely watching. Yeah. So, back in the day, I used to talk about how certain ladies of the community are making themselves vulnerable to being replaced. I mean, there's so much drama that's been going on out here. So much drama. You see, not only, now, before I go in, you are enjoying the images of brothers who have decided to do what apparently two NBA players have did. And they are investing in their future, trying to protect their seed, not only from the drama of the culture, the toxic culture that has become the community, but also protecting their DNA from the trauma of having to comb the hair that these women seem to not like that grows out of their own head, to the inferiority complex of their skin tone. To protect all of that, to not reinvest in what has destroyed the community at large. So, BWs have been taking monster L's lately. Monster L's. L's overseas, getting locked up. Remember when that guy in Japan that got punched in the face? People were sending messages like, what you gonna do a story about that? You passport bros are taking L's. You're taking faces to the dome out there in Japan. It turns out he was an American brother, apparently. But because of his skin tone, they assigned him to an American bro. The passport bro community. What happened to the brother, I guess, in Colombia or Brazil, Alan Osterman or whatever his name is. They tried to make us answer for that. Now that the BWs are taking heavy L's overseas, getting chased by tasers on buses, getting arrested for acting a fool in Dubai, right? Being forced to pay for outstanding bills for hotel because you didn't want to act right and not order outside food. You wanted to show your ASS, and now they're telling you in Italy they ain't going for that. So they're going to put the smacketh down on you. Over and over and over again, taking L's domestically. These she-men out here are claiming that they are more women than you are, the BWs, because they can outwoman the BWs, because what is really a woman? These are things that the BWs have created themselves. Their image of being too masculine, being too angry, being too defiant, being too manly. They worked hard for it, and they continue to work hard for it. They're working overtime. They're going to make it to where the bonnet is going to be synonymous with a BW. So then when the she-men come through, when She-Hawk comes through and decides to put on that bonnet too, and they are, we already can't tell the difference. So the She-Hawks don't have to actually do their hair anymore. They can just throw on a bonnet, and the She-Hawks, the She-Men, are now women. They out here challenging the BWs. That's a massive L. They out here openly challenging the BWs for their woman. Not white women, not Asian women, not Hispanic women, the BWs. And then you wonder why more and more NBA players, more and more NFL players, more and more of these black athletes is rich, and the regular average Joe, any brother that's got half a brain out here, are exercising options for what type of female they're going to be involved with. Yeah, keep letting them gaslight you, BWs. Keep letting them gaslight you with that 85% of black men marry black women. Let them gaslight you with that. But ask them what years are those numbers calculated for? And most likely it's calculated from the 1960s to the present day. So they're talking about your grandfather. In some cases, your great-grandfather. And who he married, and who your grandfather married, and who your father married if he got married. What are the numbers starting from 2000 to today? That 85% would drop spectacularly. Brothers, if you're a dude that's on the fence, you need to get off. Sukihana is trying to get with Umar Johnson. And now Umar Johnson wants to make Sukihana queen of the conscious community. Didn't this man not learn a lesson from the whole conscious stripper scandal and fiasco? Now he's gonna try to make the lady that's walking around in London talking about getting her coochie stretched. I'm gonna get this coochie stretched. Miss Stretch Coochie and eating London Nignog's booty holes out. That's going to be the queen of the conscious community. That's a dead community, brothers. These broads are taking L's left and right. Left and right. And now that these ladies from south of the border's coming through, heavy, especially what's been going on in Florida, a lot of them are pressing up north into the classical southern states. They're going to start taking all those food services jobs. Because why hire you with your attitude when they can get, Selena Gomez from south of the border to do it with a smile? And them brothers are going to be smart because those Selenas got pretty faces. Very pretty faces. They haven't manned themselves out like the BWs done did. To the point where Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, RuPaul, and them are out openly going to war with your manly looking comedian. Your manly looking female comedians are trying to defend you, and then you want to get brothers to come in and be Captain Save 'em. Brothers, you need to get off the fence. And many of you need to stop qualifying your statements. You got to stop this qualifying your statements of my preference is a BW, but you're not acting right. Da, 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 da. If you feel the need to lead with that, stay with the BWs, because I don't want dudes be out here half simping. You simping because you gonna get with a white chick, and then you see this fat ass big booty bimbo walking by, and you think, I got a shot with her, and now I'm going to simp to see if I can get that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just with her because, you ladies ain't acting right. Nah, stay over there with the BWs, if that's your preference. If that's what you prefer. Because that's what you're going to always prefer. Brothers, SYSBM, save yourself, black men. And let me come back with a PS for that ass. Let me come back with a PS for that ass. You know, I used to go back and forth with if, you know, Kevin Samuels was right about who's going to be the biggest threat to you. Is it going to be the WWs or is it going to be the Latinas? I don't know. I mean, for your average working Joe, it would probably be the average blue collar, especially in the southern United States, out in Texas, whatever it is, California. It would be the Latinos, right? For the average Joe, because I mean, it might be living in your neighborhood or something. I don't know, but I seen a lot, you know, a lot of brothers are just walking around here with something white, and believe it or not, I've been seeing a hell of a lot more walking around live with something Asian. You better look out for them Asian chicks because they coming in heavy. Mad bus driver out.
My love. So I have one question for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
So what activity is intense?
Beating them guts. No.
I was gonna say camping.
Is it intense?
Because you gotta camp in tents.